Brother lads, welcome back to Cossy Podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. It's a good day to be an Arsenal fan. Probably not the best day to become to be a West Ham fan. Declan Rice has written a whole page of a personal message to West Ham fans, confirming that he has left the claret and blue and is now an Arsenal player. Of course, the announcements have been done by Arsenal and by West Ham as well. We're going to be diving into some of the quotes, some of the big messages that he's actually sent the West Ham fans, and probably understand what kind of player we are getting, what kind of person we are getting, because, I mean, there are not so many players that actually go on to write such a long message. Take the courtesy. You saw Mason Mount, that he did a ramshackle video for Chelsea fans, which actually left many Chelsea fans in a frenzy. But he's taken the courtesy Declan Rice to say, "Hi guys, this is the last time I will speak to you as a West Ham player, as a West Ham, as a West Ham person. I will be moving to Arsenal, and this is what I felt." So the message has actually been published on the West Ham website, and it says a personal message to the West Ham supporters from Declan Rice. First and foremost, he says, "Hello, I wanted to speak to you personally and directly from the heart to share my thoughts now that my departure from West Ham has been confirmed. The last few days and weeks have been an absolute whirlwind of emotions, but it's important to me that the opportunity that I have the opportunity to say goodbye and reflect on what has been such a special and memorable part of my life. Where do I start? That's the big question." He says, "I guess at the very beginning in the spring of 2013, when I traveled all the way from home in southwest London to Essex for a trial with West Ham at the age of 14, not really knowing what to expect or whether it was a good idea to consider the possibility of playing for a club miles away from my family where I had grown up. However, I knew from the very start I walked into Chadwell Heath that I had found another place I could call home. It is difficult to explain the feeling. I could only describe it as a sense of comfort and familiarity, almost as though it had been waiting for me. I fitted in straight away and realized just what a club I had joined in West Ham Football Club." It says, "My days staying at the Academy Clubhouse in Romford bring back some of the happiest memories of my life. Sharing digs with lads on the same journey at the age was such a positive influence on my development, and I found my voice, my confidence, my sense of humor, and I built friendships that will last forever. The ladies who supervised the house, Caroline and Jackie, looked after us like second moms, and then we had the likes of Tony Falco and the late Dennis Lipen, who not only drove us to the training ground, in the minibus every day, but would happily pick us up at any time of the night or day if needed. The environment at Chadwell Heath is something truly special. Even after becoming a first-team player, I still loved going back just to pop in for a cup of coffee and a chat with the staff or the boys coming through. As many have said, the academy at West Ham doesn't make good players; it also makes very good people. I look back now and realize how crucial my time at Chadwell Heath was in shaping me as a footballer and as a man as well. As someone who had some setbacks early in my football career, I could have easily gone another way, but I found the perfect place to build my confidence, enabling my focus, determination, and ambition to flourish. And that is why I am the player I am today." Now, he says it seems crazy to think it's now more than 6 years since I made my first debut as a substitute in the last couple of minutes of the final game of the season away at Burnley. I came home on the train with my mum and dad that day, buzzing at having played in the Premier League for the first time, but I could never have imagined how things would go from there. So many memories and highlights have actually happened. My first goal for the club 2 days before my 20th birthday, finishing in the top 6 of the Premier League, winning the Hammer of the Year award 3 times, and the magical European nights under the lights at London Stadium, and all and all topped off by the way last season ended. Although our Premier League campaign didn't pan out the way we hoped, the team showed great character and determination to give ourselves a tough position and finish strongly. The under-18s then gave everyone at the club massive lift by winning the FA Youth Cup and League Double, which set the tone for what was to follow. The celebrations in the dressing room after Pablo's last minute goal away at Alkmaar were unforgettable, especially after the disappointment in Frankfurt a year earlier. I wasn't sure anything could better. I wasn't sure anything could better the scenes in Alkmaar, but we managed to take it to another level in Prague. That is winning the the UEFA Conference League. He talks about there. He says to have followed Bobby Moore and Billy Bonds, becoming the only third captain in the club's history to lift a major trophy is something that means so much to me. It was the culmination of a lot of hard work, dedication, and commitment, not only from the players but from everyone connected to the club. I was genuinely lost for words when the final whistle blew. It was such an emotional release, having built up so many years. There are so many people I have to thank for playing a part in my development and journey at Westhan. Members of the board, coaches, staff, colleagues, and friends who have always been there for me. Too many to list here, but they all know who they are, and I will never ever forget any of them. It says special mention must go to the coaches, managers, and key figures who have had a direct influence on my progress as a player and have helped me to get where I am today. Dave Hunt, the scout who brought me to West Ham, Tony Carr, Paul Hofer, Terry Wesley, Steve Potts, Liam Manning, Mark Phillips, who along with the staff at Chadwell Heath all helped steer my path through the academy. Slaven Bilic, who gave me my first senior debut. Manuel Pellegrini, who kept his faith in me when I thought I might need to go out on loan to further my career. And David Moyes, who trusted me to be his captain and taught me the value of never, ever letting standards drop. All those managers and all that stuff actually have been appreciated by Declan Rice. He says the fantastic teammates that play and players that I've actually had the privilege to play alongside have all been great friends and some like brothers to me. So many memories, laughs, and brilliant stories. I can honestly say the group we have here is in the past 2-3 seasons is one of the best of the lads I have ever known, and such a big factor in the success we enjoyed this year. And of course, Mr. West Ham himself, Nobs McNoble, right? What a man. I couldn't have asked for a better captain to play under when I started out, nor a better person to learn from in the years that followed. He has taught me so much as a person about the game, about leadership, about life. He is the heart and soul of West Ham, and I couldn't and I count myself so lucky to call him a great friend. Right there. Says finally, my last thank you must go to you, the supporters, the loyal, passionate, devoted, at times hilarious, and always honest hammers who are massive everywhere we go. Everywhere you go. He says, you have taken me into your hearts as much as one of your own from day one. Even when it was just a handful of fans at the under 18 or under 23 games, I felt that love. It was and it has grown stronger as the years have passed. Playing in front of you has been an honor. We have had such great times together, and you all mean so much to me. I want you to know how tough a decision it has been for me to leave the environment that I have loved so much and cherished so much as well. ultimately, though, I only have it has only ever been about my ambition to play at the very highest level of the game. Playing on the opposite team to West Ham for the first time will be an unusual experience. I'm not sure yet exactly how I'll feel, but I also know you will understand and respect my professional loyalties to have now to now lie with a new club. I will always give 100% every single time I pull out the shot, because that is how I have been brought up at West Ham, and I'm sure you wouldn't expect anything else. However, that does not mean that my love and respect for you, Goal, has diminished in any way, shape, or form. This club and its supporters will always be in my heart forever, a part of who I am. What we shared together in Prague last month, and in the celebrations that followed up to Upton Park and the Stratford the next day, will ever be and never be forgotten. The first major trophy of my career is something that means so much to me. If there is one big thing I have learned in my career so far, is that there are no guarantees in football. All you can do is work hard as possible, try to be the best person you can be, and try to take the opportunities that present themselves to you. If you're lucky, you can make some good memories along the way, and I have made some already at West Ham United. Thank you so much, everybody who has contributed to my journey along the way. Deck X to West Ham fans. It's a deep read, like 11 minutes of a read. It's the longest I've had, apart from Mikel Arteta's press conferences. This one was quite a long one. And it's emotional, isn't it? It's really, really emotional. And that's why I say it's a bad date for you to be a West Ham fan, because from West Ham confirming the move, to Decas writing the message, to Arsenal celebrating the arrival, it's a really bad day for you to be a West Ham fan, especially if you're in London. But I think if you're an Arsenal fan and you've read this or listened to this as I read it out, you will be absolutely happy. You will be absolutely excited to meet the player that we have just signed in Declan Rice, a player who has a lot of character. Now, I've heard him and I've seen him speak for the first time to the team. He already feels like a leader. He already feels like a person, a player who's going to be crucial, a figure who's going to be very crucial in the dressing room. And I think West Ham fans and Declan Rice himself acknowledges the gap that will be left by his departure, because he says there that I couldn't actually fathom the fact that I've been here for 6 years and I've won Player of the Year 3 times. To win Player of the Year 3 times, even if it's just 2 times, that is huge. Just imagine, I think I would equate his departure to Saka leaving Arsenal right now. That is the only, that is the only balance on the books I could think of. If Saka left Arsenal right now, it is equivalent to West Ham losing Declan Rice. But he's such a good lad, and I think it's respectful. The messages actually put out. He's actually put it out on his Instagram as well. I think it's respectful. I think it is well thought through, and I think it is formal. It is much better than what we received from Robin van Persie. It is much better from what we received from Alexis Sanchez. It is much better from what Chelsea received from Mason Mount. Like, he's not gone onto his small phone and recorded a 3-second or 5-second clip telling West Ham fans how he's going to be, heartbroken and all that. He's taken his time, written a long read, emotional, formal, and touching. And I think he's laid his reasons to leave West Ham very, very clearly. He says, it has always been my ambition and my dream to play at the highest level of the game. And to be honest, any West Ham fan knows that the ambitions of West Ham Football Club are not to play at the highest level. The ambitions of West Ham to qualify for the UEFA Conference League, win it if they can, qualify for the Europa League, win it if they can, and that is the maximum. So I think he's treated them with absolute respect. I really wish so many players, all the players that leave clubs, would actually behave in this way, because it's class. It's pure class. And if there is any West Ham fan that will be angry that he's not treated them fairly or treated them well, it will be out of pure anger. And that anger is up to now still understandable, by the way. Losing a player the caliber of Declan Rice, how important he has been to West Ham, the captain, the winner in 43 years, like the leader, forget the captaincy, but the leader, the true successor of Mark Noble. And I think many West Ham fans and West Ham themselves as a club, they looked at Declan as the direct replacement, the successor to Mark Noble. It hasn't happened really, but that is what they thought. That is what they wanted. They wanted him to be the real replacement of Mark Noble. And the fact that it has actually not happened, it will be heartbreaking, but they needed the money. Like, it's the same thing with Grealish at Aston Villa. Grealish goes on to become a huge monster at Manchester City, but you've got to understand, Aston Villa needed the 100 million. So West Ham needed the 100 million as well. I mean, I've not seen David Sullivan say that we needed the money, but did they need it? They did. And that huge amount of money could propel West Ham into proportions of even competing with the likes of Aston Villa, like directly. So it's a sad moment for West Ham, happy moments for the Gunners.